What's up, guys? This is Robert, and it is time to take action. So guys, today is Thursday, and we had our inspection again on yesterday, and things are looking up. We're actually in a whole lot better shape than we were. There's a few things that they found that we didn't see, so we're going to take care of those. A few things they wanted us to change. But right now, I'm out here at Steyr Supply in Irmo, and we're picking up some lumber. We're picking up some 1x4s treated for the deck, because they said I had to have each slat 4 inches apart. And then we're also picking up some 2x4s that are treated, and an access panel door for the attic upstairs. So stay tuned. I also had to pick up the specs for the LVL beams that we put in, and I got those. So we're trying to get all this knocked out in one day, so we can immediately get him right back out here again. So guys, on this wall, we had to change this wall and make it a 2x6 wall. And the main reason is for it to hold the plumbing and the drainage and everything else. On this side of the wall, this is where the electrician brought his line in at, and he drilled a hole through that stud. So now we got to take this up right here and take the access line out of that stud, make it come in right here, and then put another stud onto this one. So that's what it's going to take to make that the way it should be. And we come in here, the only thing we had to redo was this right here, where we had it butted up to the header. We had to cut into the header and make the 2x4 come all the way across. Same thing on this side right here. As we coming to the living room area, as you see, Mr. Oviedo is actually working on the top plate. The top plate had to be replaced up on top of this right here. As you see from right here all the way across, that had to be replaced. And that's why he had to make this wall here, because the chimney leaking at the top created a lot of damage. And he brought this over to here, so it tied these two walls together. Same thing on this side of the room. He had to come over, he's going to come over and tie these two walls together. So this piece is going to come out right here, and to get rid of this. So we're going to tie that wall together. The next thing that they told us we had to do is I got to get the spec sheets on the LVL, which I picked up this morning when I was at Steyr. And then we got to come here and close this up and put sheetrock there, and then go around and check all of our holes to make sure that we... So folks, we have 80 pounds of pressure. That is good. That is really good. And right now the guys are up top. We're filling up the pipes with water. We're checking for any leaks. We have went up and down the list that the inspector gave us, and we have got it knocked out. The only thing we have to do is the electrician has got to come back on Saturday, and the heating and air guy needs to come and seal the ducts. because they say the ducts have to be sealed. And right now, on the outside, you see that hole right there. Mr. Julio is out there laying brick. He's getting ready to put in the dryer vent pipe, which is going to go right there, since we had to move the dryer to the end. Electrician's got to come and move these wires and change them around. And you can hear the water running down inside the pipes. You're getting a lot of water down here. Getting a lot of water down here. You can definitely hear it give a good flow. We went around and we have checked everything on that list. We desperately need to pass this inspection in order to start hanging sheetrock. And they tell me that we're going to have an installation inspection. My, things have really changed. So we've had to close this up and put sheetrock on it. We had to put plywood in the bottom of here. This window in the hall bathroom, the inspector says we have to change this to a tempered glass. And also the window in this bathroom has to be converted to a tempered glass. Then they told us that we have to make this pan hold water up to 4 inches. Then we have to re-insulate the entire house, and it has to be insulated up to code, which means most of the insulation in here is not going to work. Gotta love it. We got to go around to every possible hole anywhere and fill it in with fire-rated foam. As you see, we had to come down here and put 2 more posts on the both sides of the 4x6 for additional support for the wall on each side. And we put in a open rail right here, and all that's going to be sheetrock. Let's take a walk out here to the deck. Show you what we've had to do out here on the deck. On the deck, we've had to add more railings. Each one has to be 4 inches apart. So we had to go and buy more lumber for this one. And we had to have a handrail, and they want you to be able to put your hand around it to go up and down. They said this was too wide, so we had to put on a handrail. We're going to show you how the laundry room looks after we have came in and made a change. Now that's a 2x6 wall, and we've had to change it around. Originally, the hot water heater was going to go to this corner. But since the dryer vent has to come out the side wall because there's nowhere for it to go up, we've had to move the dryer to the corner, then the wash machine, and then the water heater. And then we're having to reconfigure our door. Over here, we had to open this up so the electrician can come and move this wire from going in at that spot and change the place that it's going in at. So that's where we're at with this so far. All of this, as you see, we've had to repair all of that, add the wall into that. They said we had to make these overlap here at the top, and we've gotten that done. So stay tuned, everybody. There you have it, folks. Julio has done his stuff. He has bricked up that hole, and now we have a new dryer vent. We had to move it over, of course you can see there, and once that hardens up and dries, then we'll cut the extra extended piece off from the inside, and I'll take you around here and show you what I mean. And we'll cut that part off so that it doesn't stick out too far, of course. So then now that we're in here, there you go. They said I had to have a metal pipe, so we got a metal pipe. Folks, we're making headway. We got all that list completed. I'm just waiting on the heating and air guy. He needs to come on back on Monday. Tomorrow I'm going to call him because I've got the electrical guy coming tomorrow to get their stuff done. I am ready to wind this baby up. This house is an expensive house. There's a whole lot more wrong with it than anyone thought. And they would not have known it until the walls got opened up. Once the walls got open, then there's an old saying, all hell broke loose. All the hidden demons were all inside the walls, and they had to be fixed or it wouldn't pass inspection. And at this point, they're even talking about the plywood above here. And the rafters, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that have to be repaired. And that's part of a roof job. The reason they're cutting that metal pipe is because we're doing water testing and we have to fill these pipes up with water, and that is the metal pipe that comes from the roof for the vent for the downstairs hall bathroom sink. So we discovered that it had a bad area in it, and so now we are definitely glad that we caught that before the inspectors caught it. And so that will allow us to be able to address it. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you later.